What is going on, guys? This is Couch Koala, and we got a pretty interesting video for you guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been posting as much. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. Okay, call me a nerd. Call me a nerd if you want to. Hey, but this is what this channel's about. We review media, we talk about movies, we play video games, we do all that fun stuff. But today we don't got a Reddit report. We got rather my opinion on the DC universe. So we're going to be talking about why the DC universe is kind of mediocre right now, not where it could be. It's not at its full potential. So why it's mediocre, how it can get better, and how it could be getting better with these most recent movies and how the movies are improving the franchise this of DC. So let's get into it, baby, and here we go. So I want to start us off with an in-depth analysis of when the DC universe, in my opinion, was good. So I enjoyed the Superman movies. I really did enjoy them. They weren't where they could have been, in my opinion. But the DC universe, in my opinion, was really at its best with the Batman trilogy. And I'm talking about the Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Those are all really, really good movies. And it's the incredible writing. It's really incredible writing. When I was watching, when I was watching The Dark Knight, like you like I've never hated a villain so much and wanted uh character and wanted our hero to beat him. Like the Joker. But here's the thing: the Joker is such an amazing villain, and he has acted so well. Heath Ledger acted him out so well. He he just did a really good job, but it's dark, right? What the DC universe is trying to do right now is it's trying to be funny and stuff like Marvel and not be as serious. But in my opinion, that's never how DC was good. DC has always had this, should have this dark aspect of it. That's why the Batmans were so good. I love Batman. Okay, I love those Batman movies. After I watched them, bro, I'm like, forget Iron Man. I love Batman. You know that's one thing we got to keep in mind is that the DC is they're trying to do right now is they're trying to make their stuff funny. Now it has worked. Aquaman was okay, and Shazam did pretty well. Wonder Woman people also like that one, but the Justice League it's just not doing good. And people can't relate to these characters. They're making them too godlike. They're making them like it's too extreme. They're making them either they're super good or they're super bad. There's no relatability to them. Right? Superman is just a god. He's good at everything. He's the best. And to be honest, I mean, yeah, he is probably the most strongest superhero ever. Now, you can't really compare Marvel and DC superheroes because they're not in the same universe. I know how people like to say, "Oh, this Marvel hero will beat this DC character because he can do this or that." You really can't compare because anyone can come up with a superhero and say he's the most powerful. But really, what we don't want necessarily the most powerful superhero. From my opinion, it seems like the audience just really wants a good story. And that's one thing that we got to keep in mind is like with this Justice League, these guys are all either super good or super bad. And so to continue on, right? So why is it mediocre? Just to sum it up, we got unrelatable characters, and there isn't really that dark aspect. Now, I will tell you what, the Joker was good. That with Joaquin Phoenix. Uh, Please in the comments correct me if I'm not pronouncing that right, but I believe it's Joaquin Phoenix, and that was a really good movie, and it went back into that dark aspect, which is good. And see, that's what the thing is. DC is improving, right? So they're making better movies. Um, Now I want to talk about really how DC can improve off the foundation that they've built because DC is not super good yet. It's been doing better, but I want to talk about from the foundation that they've built how they can improve. So let's talk about it, baby. All right, so moving forward, how can DC improve? As I'm saying, we got to get more relatable characters. You can't really relate to Superman because he's like 100% good. He has no inner self challenges. Like maybe this the bad guy took his girlfriend or whatever, but okay, who cares? Right? Like you can't relate to him because he's a god. I mean, he's not really like a god, but like he's just so powerful. He's just that powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like he only has one weakness, and it's so just so hard to use it on him. You got to be like right up on him, and he's got all those different attacks that he can use to keep the distance. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind, right? Is that Superman is just unrelatable. You got Wonder Woman who's just you can't relate to her. No one can relate to growing up in a society of all women. No one can really relate to that. Now there are some special cases, in our society of people growing up with all women, but to never see a man ever, no one can relate to that. No one can really relate to that kind of stuff. I don't know too much about the Flash or Cyborg. And then Aquaman too. Just he's cool because I like Jason Momoa, and that's what really kind of made Aquaman great. Is because like Jason Momoa is that kind of character, that kind of actor that can make stuff like the jokes and stuff they added in Aquaman. He's that type of actor that can make that movie work, right? But it seems like it's kind of there's that Marvel vibe to it, and from my perspective, maybe the DC universe shouldn't be straying towards that because remember, as I said, the Batman movies did so good, and they had this dark aspect to it, right? So we got to remember that's when DC was at its peak. Now, every character should have that maybe have different aspects of it, aspects of how their universe and their setting revolves around them. And because Gotham's a crime-ridden city, and you got cops dying left and right, and you need a hero, or else the city will collapse in on itself, which it was until Batman came along, right? So what we can do now. We got Black Adam, we got Batman, and we got Justice League and Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, I know people like that. I think we'll see a really good second movie. The Batman coming out, I'm a little iffy on. I think they'll do a good job. I hope they do a good job because I want to see more Batman content. But it's going to be really tough. They got some big shoes to fill because Christian Bale had an amazing performance with his Batman trilogies. Like I love the Batman trilogy. It is honest. Like I'm not a big fan of Star Wars anymore. Um, So for me, like I'm more in tune with like superhero stuff, like Batman and the Jurassic World. I love that stuff, and Godzilla too. I love all that. And then we got Black Adam, which has potential to be good because The Rock he can be serious, and if he follows this dark approach like I'm talking about with this type of movie, it's more dark. Because Black Adam's an anti-hero, and I really enjoy him because Black Adam's like the he's like the main villain to Shazam. Now in the Shazam movie, I have no idea who that guy was. I thought that Shazam was going to be fighting Black Adam in the movie, but he didn't. He fought that other guy with the glasses. I forget his name. And he had all like the sins. The sins were all like characters too. I thought the sins actually they did a good job with those sins. Just to go backtrack here, the sins look really cool bad guys. I really enjoyed it. So the Black Adam, I hope that does well because I really do enjoy Black Adam. I always like the lightning type characters. Then we got the Justice League, and I think that has some good potential, especially now that Henry Cavill's back on, which is great because I really enjoy him and the Superman stuff. The Superman stuff was okay, not nowhere close to as good as Batman. Superman kind of felt like an average movie, just your average movie. And then I don't know if we got any Aquaman 2s coming anytime soon, but I think we do. Yeah, we definitely do. I just don't know if there's a release date confirmed for that yet. And that can definitely be good because Aquaman's the one case where you can get away with those jokes because Jason Momoa he's that type of character. He's really good at acting with that stuff. He's the muscular guy, but he's not like he's not Bruce Willis. You know what I'm saying? He's more of like a Chris Evans. He can be serious and you can be funny, right? Or you know what? Not Chris Evans. He's Robert Downey Jr. is what he is because he's cool and he's funny. Maybe a mix of the two. I don't know. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and comment because you guys haven't been commenting, and that's okay. I understand. But when you guys do comment, that helps me to determine what type of content we should make in the future, right? And then subscribe. We're sitting at 7 subscribers, which is okay, but I'd like to get that number up, right? Well, I think we make great content. We're building a good community. Let's keep on building it. Build the tribe, baby. This is what we do. We talk about media. We do our thing, and we spread it. Because this is so great. We got to talk about this stuff because this is entertainment, right? We all got to get some type of entertainment in our lives, and I really thank you for your time. I really do enjoy that. And my Instagram is linked down below. Check that out. We're growing fast on Instagram. We got like, I think as of this moment, we got like 260 followers or something like that. But I just want to say thank you for your time, and you guys stay cool out there, baby.